welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. Let's start off with the biggest news that we are tracking for you right now. West-Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has launched a sharp critique of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accusing him of undermining the reputation of Jadavpur University and misrepresenting the student protests on its campus. In a post on X, Banerjee has expressed dismay over the Prime Minister's remarks, questioning his description of the university students. She highlighted the institution's consistent performance in the National Institutional Ranking Framework, noting that it has repeatedly been ranked among the country's top universities. She argued that students at the Jadavpur University earn their place through merit and should be recognized for their intellectual capacity and critical thinking rather than being portrayed negatively. Banerjee further broadened her criticism by challenging the centre's interpretation of anarchy. She contended that student protests are a legitimate expression of democratic values, while describing anarchy instead as a systemic injustice and failures in governance. Her remarks referenced issues such as the use of force in governance, the treatment of farmers, alleged political interference in criminal justice, and social divisions along religious lines. She also criticized the government for what she described as a lack of accountability and inadequate response to unrest in Manipur. Defending the university's legacy, Banerjee said that student demonstrations should be seen as democracy in motion rather than a breakdown of order. She also invoked the institution's historical roots, noting its association with early nationalist figures such as Sri Aurobindo, and urged that neither the university nor Bengal's image should be tarnished. Let me go across to my colleague Rumi Mishra for more on this. Rumi, this is a sharp critique of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement, who had stated that the students' protests are in fact causing a lot of unrest in the university. They are in fact being pushed into protests rather than looking at studies, and now we are seeing a critique of that. We are seeing the Mamata Banerjee in fact state that Jadavpur University students come into this university based on merit.
Yes, Shivani, well, a war of words erupted after Prime Minister Narendra Modi criticized the TMC for the state-run Jadavpur University falling into what he called anarchy, leading Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to accuse him of insulting meritorious students at the center of excellence. This high decibel face-off over the university came as top leaders of the BJP and the TMC addressed more than a dozen rallies and roadshow across 7 districts amid, campaigning for the second phase of West-Bengal polls, which are set to be on April 29th. Speaking at a rally in Jadavpur, where the university is actually located, Prime Minister Modi said that the university was once held in a high regard around the world, and the BJP will bring back the university to its former glory. I'll quote out the Prime Minister's statements, and I'm reading it out here. This university's foundation was laid on the spirit of nationalism, and look at the situation now. Students face threats. Anti-national posters are put up. We don't want anarchy to build in this university, but an academic atmosphere. And how can a government that can't save its biggest university save the future of the state and its youth? This is what Prime Minister Modi said, and then Mamata Banerjee in a social media statement promptly hit back in a post addressed to the Prime Minister on X. And I'll read out Mamata's statement as well. The West Bengal Chief Minister stated that she's pained to ask if this is the way how Prime Minister Modi describes the meritorious students of the esteemed Jadavpur University. Is this his concept of decorum and courtesy? Jadavpur University has been receiving top ranks from your government's NIRF ranking, which is what Mamata said to Prime Minister Modi. Remember, Shivani, NIRF is a central ranking framework for the universities across India, and Jadavpur University does indeed stand at one of the top ranks. So Mamata again stated, I am quoting it, you descend to insult that center of excellence and you stoop so low. That is not anarchy, that is education and it is excellence. Anarchy is not students raising their voices. Anarchy is using bulldozers as instruments of power instead of justice. It is when farmers die and their voices are crushed. It is dividing a nation along religious lines for votes. This was, of course, followed by a rally in Havra that Mamata Banerjee held in, the second phase of campaigning. She also stated that this protests that students of the Jadavpur University usually hold are nothing but democracy in motion. Remember, Shivani, Jadavpur University has been a seat of left politics for decades and has seen demonstrations against the NRC exercise in Assam and various actions by the centre as well as the Mamata Banerjee government as well. In recent years, the students' body has resisted several attempts by the ABVP to establish a base on the campus. The ABVP, which is, the RSS's affiliated student body of politics. Meanwhile, in the urban areas of the 7 South Bengal districts, including Kolkata, Jadavpur University is among the top choices for students pursuing higher education in humanities as well as science and technology, especially engineering, because of its low-cost fees. We, in fact, NewsX went to Jadavpur University, and a colleague spoke with the students there. Brian Thomas spoke to the students there, and they talked about how politics has shaped up the university's mindset and how students usually prefer to go to JU because of the low fees. Yes, Shivani, so this entire debacle is against another turn in the politics of West Bengal. Over to you.
Right. In fact, Rumi, when we're looking at... all right, let me go across to Jayprakash Majumder, who's the TMC Vice President, who is joining us on this broadcast as well. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. Mr. Majumder, what do you make of the Prime Minister's comments on Jadavpur University and the sharp rebuttal and critique that has come in from the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee?
Ma'am, for your kind information and for information of entire your listeners of your channel, I am from Jadavpur University. I am an alumni of Jadavpur University. I have studied there, and I know this university, which is a premium university in entire India, if not one of the premium universities in the world. Having said that, I must say, yes, there are some kind of ultra-left organization like JNU. You must be knowing that JNU, a prime institute, also have some kind of ultra-left organization. It is for ages, not new. But how to tackle them? Not with hard way. It's a soft kind of thing. They are all our children, all our next generation. So Mamata Banerjee said that these are the children of the nation. They are future. If they are today not in agreement with the Indian system, or they are in a way demanding something politically which general people, general administration, political party, they don't think right. That doesn't mean we have to demean them. We have to castigate them. We have to criticize them the way that the feeling comes. They are antisocial. They are out of the society. That should not be. After all, they are all our children and our future. We have to tackle that with soft hands, soft gloves. Prime Minister Modi forgot that fact, forgot that what it feels like having children and their future. When your child in your home become somewhere rebel, then you don't throw away the child out of the family. But how our Prime Minister will understand these feelings, these emotions? He is without a family to understand how to tackle a rebel child. That is what we also feel. Jadavpur University, all the students are not doing right things. But that doesn't mean we have to go castigate them, insult them, and put a tag on them that they are anti-national. That's not done.
Absolutely, sir. And in fact, when we are looking at this, in fact, critique by Mamata Banerjee, sir, she has also raised this issue of anarchy. She has stated that anarchy is not student protest. In fact, this is democracy in motion. Anarchy is something else entirely.
Yes, anarchy we can call what is happening in Manipur. Yes, that can be termed as anarchy. But not Jadavpur University. Who has supplied such words to Modi? I don't think Modi understands the English meaning of anarchy. Anarchy, the word itself, is a very harsh word. It may be right now applicable only in India to a state called Manipur, double engine government.